Hello, everybody. Welcome to our call tonight. I am so excited to be hanging out with y'all. My name is Lisa, and tonight I'm hanging out with a couple friends of mine, and we're going to be chatting about some fun stuff, about our testimonies, about why Plexus is different, how it's different, how we do what we do, and we're so excited to share with y'all. Tonight's just a quick 30-minute call, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Tonight, first, we're going to hear from my sweet friend, Shelly. She's going to tell us about herself and a little bit about her story. So go ahead.
All right. Hi, my name is Shelly. I live in Houston, Texas. We were just talking about that. I have 2 kids. I've been married for 18 years, and I am a dental hygienist, and I'm going on 19 years as a dental hygienist. There's 3 things that I wanted to share about Plexus and how it's changed my life. The first one is health. So I started back in April. I was probably 50 pounds overweight. I was, tired all the time. I could play with my kids. I had migraines every other day. I just felt absolutely horrible. I had horrible self-esteem. I never wore makeup to work. Not, just because I had no energy whatsoever, even to get up to do that. And then my sweet friend, Christy, we were college roommates. She's been with Plexus for 5 years. She kept trying to get me to sign on. And so in April, this last April, I started. And I started with a triplex combo. And I have lost 45 pounds since April. I have so much energy. We play with our kids all the time now. My kids take the vitamins. My husband takes the vitamins. Me and my husband get up at 5:30 every morning and work out. I did not have the energy to do that. I go to work, I come home, I play with my kids. I am 90 to 9 all day long, and I never feel tired. It is absolutely amazing. I have not had a migraine since I started. Actually, 2 weeks into taking triplex, I no longer had migraines, and I have not had one since. So that is absolutely amazing. Also, I'm a gold ambassador. So I don't know if you know the ranks in Plexus, but I am gold. And so financially, it has been such a blessing for us. That extra money, we've been able to buy a living room suite. We have paid off our credit cards. We have taken our kids on trips. It has been just a godsend for us. We're about to get a new roof on our house. I'm so excited. So there's so many blessings with this, with the extra income. We always felt like we were working so hard and never seeing the rewards. And this has gave us the energy, the health, the finances, and just everything that we needed for our life. And I wanted to say the third thing, I know I talk kind of fast, but the third thing is the friendships. I have met so many people. They have been so supportive, positive. A lot of these girls I've not seen in person, but I feel like they're like some of my best friends. When we had a hurricane almost hit Houston, they were messaging me on Facebook, checking on me to see how I was doing. I was in tears. I just could not believe how much that they cared about me personally, professionally, and my health. It was just absolutely amazing. And the positivity they give you too, when you get into a rut with work and not feeling good and just feeling bad about yourself, you get into this aura of negativity, and it just seemed like one thing after another would hit us. And ever since then, we have been so positive and felt so good about ourselves in every aspect of our lives. And I'm telling you, God keeps blessing us one after another. And I feel like it has to do with the positivity of friends, your health, And the financial help that you get from this company. So we are so incredibly blessed. And I can tell you the one regret I do have is that I didn't say yes to Christy 5 years ago, because um, I can't imagine where I would have been 5 years from then when I started, because I just started in April and I feel absolutely amazing. So anybody have questions for me? I'm open for questions. No. Sorry, Lisa, I went kind of fast.
You did awesome. No, you did great. So I agree with everything that you just said. I'll share more about the things that I agree with you more on in just a minute. But we're gonna let Hannah share her testimony and
Mhm.
share a few things. You did great. So
Thank
Hannah, you
you.
can go ahead, honey.
Hey guys, I actually just started in September of last year, so kind of a newbie. Ranked up to senior gold last month, so that was exciting. But I am going to share about how to make the business work. I did not sign up to do the business at all. I signed up on a whim about 10:30 one night when I was like, okay, I'm tired of being tired. There has to be something I can do. So I am a stay-at-home mom. I was a teacher before, an elementary school teacher before I stayed home with my little boy. He is 2. He's wild. He's 2, takes lots of my energy. So I knew that there was something else that I could do. So I signed up to take Triplex, just like Shelly said she did. And since then, I've moved into quite a few other things. But my upline mentioned that I could start sharing with a few people to get my products paid for. So I was like, I'm not a salesperson. I guess I'll give it a try. So I started digging in. I wanted to see what Plexus had to offer because I really wasn't familiar with it. And I saw that there was something really for everyone. From my 2-year-old could take it to my grandma could take it. So there was something for everybody. And so I just started talking with my family and some close friends. I had 3 family members sign up with me before my products actually ever come in. So I went silver before I had ever taken any of the Plexus products. But then I thought, okay, well, if I had 3 people sign up, I haven't even taken anything yet. There's got to be something to this. So I started watching Plexus YouTube videos. I started listening to some podcasts. I looked at the website. I signed into the Plexus New Ambassador Academy Facebook page. I kind of just put all of if I'm going to do this, I need to know what I'm actually promoting. So I thought, if I know that, then I'll probably be more comfortable sharing with people. So I said, okay, well, I'll just make this Facebook post. It's really uncomfortable. I mean, me doing this right now is uncomfortable, but we have to leave our comfort zone to be able to make progress. So I did, and I had some people comment, that they wanted to know more information. So people started signing up with me. So I feel like a huge part of making this business work is customer service. They signed up with you because they trusted you. So if they trusted you enough to sign up, I feel like you need to do your part. So check on them, see if their regimen needs changing. I mean, there is something for everyone with Plexus, but they have to see what works for them. What works for one person is not going to work for the next person. And what works for 2 people might not work for the next person. You have to talk to your people often. Remind them about the importance of consistency. They're wasting their money, really, if they're signing up to take it 2 weeks. They're wasting their money if they're going to take it for 3 months, but only take it twice a week for 3 months. You've got to explain why they need to take it every day. And then, like Shelly said, the community is huge. Our team has something special to offer, in the fact that it's full of encouraging people. It's full of people who support you. Get your people engaged in that community. I feel like the more that you can have them feel like they're part of something, the more that they're going to want to stay consistent, the more they're going to want to be a part of your team. So just remember to keep your end of the deal. They signed up with you, and so you need to take them through the process. And then share about the potential to make money. I mean, I had no idea when I signed up that that was even possible until my upline told me about it. So some are not, a lot actually, are not going to want to work the business at all. Some are going to want to work it enough to get their products paid for. Some are going to say, okay, well, let's just do it. Let's see where this takes us. So when they say they want to, help them out. I actually just finished a launch party up before I started this. So, tell them, talk to your close friends, talk to your family, get on the phone, call them, tell them what you're doing, tell them you want an accountability partner, tell them to talk to their warm market first. Then help them come up with some stories, help them come up with something to post. Make sure that they know that a personal picture is going to be better than a graphic. Talk them through it. Get a three-way message with their people. When you're new, you may feel like you don't know everything, which you don't have to know everything. But it's going to give them some more validation to not only hear from a new person, but to hear from someone else as well. So I feel like the more you're open to your team, the more you're going to be able to grow. And my last little piece of advice is just to stay positive. Your team is going to feed off of your attitude. So if you have a positive attitude, it's probably going to go on to them. Be a model. Take your supplements. Do your exercise. Post. Do whatever you want them to do, you need to be doing yourself. And just remember to be you. You didn't sign up for Plexus to become a totally different person. If you're not being you and you're not being authentic, then people are going to know about it. So there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, but remember that we're sharing something that can really change people's lives. So stay the course, do the best you can, and you're going to see some positive impacts.
Absolutely. Those are some good tips, you guys. The whole time I'm going, yep, 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 yep. I'm almost about to say an amen. So y'all did great. Thank y'all. All right, so I'm gonna round it out, y'all. For those of y'all who don't know my story, which I feel like I have told everybody and their mother, but that's okay. I'm Lisa, and I am the grandma of this group tonight, apparently. I have been doing this for almost 6 years, almost. So I've been doing this a hot minute. But I'll tell you what Shelly and Hannah were talking about the community, I can't love it any more than I do today until tomorrow. And then I'll love it more than today because the longer that I'm with this company and with these people and these products, and to hear more stories about what they're capable of doing in people's lives, the income opportunity for people, how that's changing their lives, the financial trajectory of their family is huge, especially on what we've just been through, which I pray we're on the tail end of here soon. But 2020 was a dumpster fire. And, a lot of people had to really reassess their health and reassess their financial situation. And it's been really tough, 2020. But I'll tell you what, this company and this community has been able to still be able to add value to others, to add value to not only people's health, but also their finances. And y'all, you know, so I've been a nurse for 20 years and I make more with Plexus than I do as a nurse. And y'all, I went to school, I got my bachelor's, and I've worked in the hospital, I've worked in private practice. I mean, I've worked in the operating room, I've worked in a children's hospital, surgical neonatal, I mean, in specialized areas in Atlanta, which has great pay. And I still make way more with Plexus. And I tell you that to say that you don't have to have a college degree to do this. You don't have to have gone to business school to do this. We share our heart, we share our passion, we share what we love, we share what works for us. And what I'm supposed to be talking to y'all tonight about is about why it's different. And those are some huge reasons of why this is different. I have done other network marketing before back in college. All you youngsters out there may not know about Mary Kay. I used to do that a long time ago, back 1,000 years ago when I was in college, and probably before some of y'all are even born. But that was really tough because for a lot of network marketing companies, you have to have inventory. You have to, you can only sell what your inventory is, whatever you have on hand. You have to deal with the payments. You have to deliver the products or ship them yourselves. Y'all don't have to do any of that. That's a huge reason why this is different for me. And because I told the girl that I signed up with, I told her, I said, I am not doing network marketing again. I'm a nurse and that's what I went to school for. And my mom is going to kill me if I abandon my nursing degree and do this, but it was so organic. I just could not help but share what was working for me and my family. So I had IBS and chronic sinus infections. I had 2 sinus surgeries. I had 2 upper GIs, 2 colonoscopies. I went to all the herb stores. I bought all the expensive herbs, but I was still sick all the time. Had gluten intolerance, lactose intolerance, leg cramps, couldn't sleep at night, but I was so tired during the day, no energy. I would go to my car, y'all have heard me say this, and I would sleep on my lunch break. How sad is that? But it's kind of like when I used to live in Atlanta area. I used to think that it was normal for people to drive an hour and a half every morning and 2 hours home every night. I thought that was normal. I did not know there was another way to live. And then I moved to Montgomery, Alabama. And, of course I live in the country now, but when I lived in a neighborhood, I was anywhere I wanted to be in just a few minutes, and I was like, this is crazy how fast you could get somewhere. But I didn't know what I didn't know. And I just thought that was normal to have all of those surgeries and to see all those doctors. And I was sick all the time. I mean, I work at an OBGYN office now. I've been there for 13 years. And for the first 7 years, first 7 years, I'd say, that I was working there, I was getting steroid shots, antibiotic shots constantly, getting all kinds of oral antibiotics and oral steroids. And just, I was sick. I was trying to take stuff for my IBS and prescriptions for sleep and prescriptions for all kinds of stuff. And I just thought, well, that's just normal. That's just what we do, as we get older and blah, blah, blah. I just kind of fell into that trap of I'm stuck here. This is my lot in life. And I was in my 30s then. I'm in my 40s now. So, man, I didn't know what I didn't know. So now that, Western medicine I'm so thankful for Western medicine, but I also know that it's abused, overused. It's used as a crutch for us not to take responsibility for our health, for our family's health. Just like Shelly was saying, she hasn't had a migraine in so long. My husband hasn't had a migraine in over 4 years. And that is so huge. I don't know about y'all's husbands, but my husband, God love him, but when he doesn't feel good, not much else gets done. So it was so nice when he stopped having headaches all the time. So that was a huge praise in our house. My son had molluscum contagiosum and he had allergies and he had GI issues. None of that anymore. My daughter had eczema and she had allergies and she had the opposite issue, GI issues, my son. All that cleared up because we dealt with sugar imbalance. We dealt with systemic inflammation. We dealt with gut health. And so many things, once you get to the root of the problem, so many things can be addressed and the healing can begin instead of just putting a Band-Aid on something. So nowadays, y'all, we're in a want it now society. We want it now. We don't want to wait. We can't even wait for Amazon for 2 days to ship us our stuff. We want it now. And so unfortunately, we have gotten to that mindset of we want to feel better now. And I get it. We don't feel good. You want to feel better now. But once you are stabilized, what are we doing in the long term for our health to sustain our health? Whenever you take these products consistently and you use it as a tool, you're drinking your water and you're exercising and you're, getting proper sleep and you're learning how to deal with stress, you're able to make some good choices. These supplements are just another aspect of that tool in your tool belt. You cannot look at a box of salad and say, I'm going to eat this salad, I'm going to get skinny. No, of course not. You have to eat the salad and you have to meal prep and you have to drink your water and do the things consistently over time. And so small changes consistently over time is what gets us those good lasting results that you're looking for. Another reason that Plexus is different is because whenever we were in this pandemic, and again, hoping we're on the tail end here, but in the midst of it, y'all, a lot of people had to prioritize. And what were they going to prioritize? A lot of things are going by the wayside. I have to do without that. I'm going to do without that. I've got to prioritize stuff. Usually one of the first things they're going to keep to make a priority is going to be their health and their finances. They have to decide what's going to go and what's going to stay. And your health, your hormones, your sleep, your anxiety, your depression, your mood, your wellness, that should be always a priority. And that is something else that this company is going to be able to sustain. And y'all, we're coming up with such fun products. So we just came out with the cleanser. Hallelujah. It's like my little triangle of skincare is finally complete. I'm so excited about that. It's good stuff. If you haven't tried it, check it out. But I think Hannah was sharing that these products are not just for women, although we have a lot of women on our teams. It's not just for women, it's for men, it's for the elderly, it's for kids, it's for y'all, it's even for your pets, it's for anybody. So it really has such a wide array of being able to meet people's needs. And you can do this anywhere. You can do this anywhere. Y'all, you can so many times, if I'm not working, and even sometimes when I'm working, but if it's on I have a 1 day off a week, and then on the weekends, my hair's in a bun, no makeup, t-shirt, shorts, leggings or something. And I can be in carpool. I can be at the checkout line at the grocery store. I can be taking a bath. I can be in the bed next to my daughter, curled up to me, and work in my business. And it doesn't take me away from my family. It doesn't take me away from anything that I feel is necessary for me to be there, to be present. It doesn't take me away. But just like Shelly was saying, I've met so many wonderful people. And if you want to travel, if you like that, 2020, not a good example of the trips that Plexus offers, because all that stuff was just about, all of that was shut down just because of the pandemic. But this year, again, I'm trying to think positive. We're going to be able to go on lots of trips. If you want, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can go to trips. There's a lot of different opportunities to be able to meet other people that have the same values, have the same goals, the same mindset as you do. And we are one Plexus. We support each other. We don't backstab. We don't, I want my sisters and brothers in Plexus to be able to succeed. I am excited whenever they do well, and when they need some encouragement, we're there to encourage each other and to lift each other up. This is a community and a family like nothing else. And I know that if for some reason, God forbid, something happens and Plexus has to shut its doors tomorrow, I have made friends here that will last a lifetime. I'm convinced of that for sure. This is the real deal. So that's all that I wanted to share. If you guys have any questions, I know that Shelly and Hannah, I'm sure will be more than happy to answer those if you want to message them, or you can message me for any questions that you have. But that's it. We just wanted to share a little bit with you guys. And that's it. I hope y'all have a good night, and we'll talk to y'all soon.